Have you ever met someone who charges ahead without hesitation, takes control of any situation, and doesn't sugarcoat their opinions? If so, you've likely encountered someone with strong red behavior. The red personality type, sometimes linked to what ancient thinkers like Hippocrates called the choleric temperament, is defined by drive, ambition, and confidence. Reds are natural-born doers. They are task-oriented extroverts who thrive in fast-paced environments and enjoy taking the lead. At their core, Reds are goal-driven individuals. Their dreams are often so large that others find them hard to imagine, let alone pursue. But that doesn't stop a Red. They believe anything is achievable through hard work and perseverance. This belief fuels them to push boundaries and challenge limits constantly. In any group setting, Reds stand out. They're the ones speaking the loudest, answering first, and asserting their views with certainty. They don't hide who they are. In fact, they wear their drive and decisiveness like a badge of honor. One key trait of Reds is their love for competition. Whether it's a formal contest or an informal rivalry, like who has the better garden, Reds want to win. Sometimes, they'll create competitions where none exist, simply to challenge themselves or others. From overt contests like sports to subtle rivalries in daily life, their need to outperform others keeps them energized. Red individuals are incredibly direct. Ask them a question, and they'll give you a straight answer, no sugarcoating, no filters. They don't waste time with pleasantries or passive expressions. To them, honesty and clarity matter more than diplomacy. But this directness often creates tension. Others may perceive them as rude or domineering. However, most Reds don't intend to offend. They're simply focused on getting results and see blunt communication as the most efficient path. Their relationship with time is another defining feature. For a Red, time is money. Efficiency is essential. Meetings that drag on, indecision, or repetitive discussions quickly frustrate them. They value quick action and expect others to keep up. If things aren't moving forward, a Red will either take charge or move on. This urgency isn't about rushing, it's about momentum. Reds despise stagnation. Even in brief moments of free time, they prefer to be productive. Give them 5 spare minutes, and they'll find a way to check off 3 things on their to-do list. Ambition is deeply embedded in their personality. Reds often reject realistic goals in favor of the extraordinary. To them, playing it safe is the same as falling short. They want to stretch themselves, and everyone around them, to reach the highest possible standard. Their motto might as well be, "Nothing is impossible, it just takes more effort." However, Reds aren't just ambitious for ambition's sake. Power and status don't necessarily drive them. Rather, they value control, especially over their own decisions and actions. Their focus is on progress and execution, not approval from others. In fact, many Reds don't particularly care what others think of them. Their internal compass guides their behavior. One of their greatest communication strengths is confidence. When a Red speaks, they speak with certainty, even if the facts are off. Their confidence can be so convincing that others hesitate to challenge them. This can lead to misinformation being accepted as truth, not out of deception, but because the Red truly believes what they're saying. In decision-making, Reds stand apart. When others hesitate, a Red acts. When others deliberate, a Red executes. They are not afraid of risks or tough calls. This makes them excellent in crisis situations or roles that require bold moves. They also have a unique ability to adapt quickly. If a better idea comes along, a Red will often pivot instantly, dropping old plans without regret. They aren't attached to how things were done before, they're always looking ahead. But this constant evolution can be overwhelming for others, especially more methodical personality types who prefer stability. That said, Reds don't enjoy doing something just because everyone else does. They believe in forging their own path. If a new structure or idea promises better results, they'll push it, regardless of resistance. Red personalities are often the change agents in society. Entrepreneurs, CEOs, reformers, they all rely on the boldness and decisiveness typical of red behavior. Their courage to lead, to challenge norms, and to take responsibility when others step back is what sets them apart. But if you live or work with a red, know this: they can't stand excuses, delays, or indecision. If you need results fast, or a breakthrough when things are stuck, a red is exactly who you want on your side. In the end, red behavior is about action. It's about facing challenges head-on, making things happen, and not settling for mediocrity. Sure, their approach can be intense. But in a world that often moves too slowly, a red's energy can be the driving force that gets us all moving again.